So it looks like the legendary Atari 2600 is back. It has been modernized and it's fully backwards compatible too. So let's check if it's actually worth the hype. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm not sure if you heard about Atari 2600 console. Now you probably have if you are old as I am, but some of you probably haven't heard about it. This is one of the first gaming consoles ever. Not the first one ever, but one of the first. I think it was originally released back in 1977 or 78. So yeah, it's pretty old, but looks like we are going to get a new version of it, which has been obviously modernized, but it's still fully compatible. It plays pretty much all Atari 2600 and 7800 cartridges, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So yeah, it's available already, I think, for $129. Obviously, you know, you can translate that to your own currency later. And yeah, so it's looks like Atari is back, and I'm actually pretty happy about it because like this is an interesting product because it is a retro console. It is a sort of mini console too, but it's not as previous mini consoles we've seen on the market because, like I said, it's fully compatible. So it doesn't come with just 10 or 15 games like some of these mini consoles do. You can actually play most of the original games, which is a great news. So let's actually switch to the Atari website to check some of the interesting details about this console. So first off, it's as they say on the website, it's actually pretty compatible. It doesn't run every single game, but the compatibility list is actually pretty long. So as you can see, you can actually check that yourself. There's a link on the website, and if you scroll down, all the games, all the titles with P means that's that game passed the testing, which means that it's compatible. By the way, there's some titles that are with U letter. That means that they were not tested, so they may still work, right? But these were not tested, so I'm sure they will actually update this list later. There's just few games that don't work like these ones, like with F. So basically these failed tests, right? There's not a lot of them really, right? Like most of them, I would say like over 90% of these games actually work. And we're talking about original cartridges, right? So this is the great thing about this console, that for retro gamers, you get up almost the original console, able to play all these cartridges, all these original games, but it comes with some nice, cool, modern kind of things like HDMI support, right? I mean, that's pretty important in my opinion. And obviously this is a brand new console, so it doesn't break or anything like that. Now let's check what's inside. So first off, the package comes with the console. It comes with 10 games also, so you get this cartridge which contains 10 games. There's like a different kind of switches on the side of the cartridge, which you have to switch to actually play the games. So this console comes with 10 games. That's great. As you can see, it's compatible with the original 2600 and 7800 cartridges. So that's great because that was like I guess 7800 console was like another iteration of this console. It has been slightly improved, but still compatible. I don't remember how different these two were, but still, like, you know, I guess it was improved, just slightly different. Anyway, so both 2600 and 7800 cartridges will work on this console, so that's great. Obviously, when it comes to the look and the design, it's pretty much the same design, with obviously with some modern ports at the back, so HDMI, there's a USB-C port for the power. But actually, the cool thing about this console is also that not only it plays the original cartridges, obviously you can buy new cartridges too, but it comes with pretty much the same joystick ports. So you can use the old joysticks with this console too, or you can use the new joystick that comes with this console in the original console. So if you still have the original console, the old 2600, the new joystick or paddles will work with that old console too. So that's the actual packaging and games. As you can see, it comes with a CX40 Plus joystick and 10 games. So obviously games, this is a retro console, so that's what you're actually getting. But I will actually get into some other stuff in a minute, because we'll talk about specs in a minute, because this is not really the original chips, right? This console is still using emulation of some sort. And yeah, it's ready to play with 10 games on one cartridge, 2 systems in one, so Atari 2600 and 7800, HDMI ready, so that's great. So you just can connect it to you know, a TV. It displays 720p image, which scales pretty good with 4K, so that's actually good news. These games are actually going to look good. When it comes to specifications, so this is kind of cool because it's made of metal plastic, nothing really great here. And it comes with a ROG chip 3128 SoC chip, right? We'll talk about it in a minute. There's actually more information on the specs. So that means this is actually ARM-based CPU, SoC really, with some obviously GPU cores and stuff. So you know, the chip that runs this console, it's not the original one, but that's fine, and it actually opens up I guess interesting possibilities, and I'll talk about it in a minute. You can actually check some of these questions and stuff, right? So that's fine. Obviously there's some extra products. You can buy extra joystick for $25, CX30 paddles for some games. Obviously you've got these games, which apparently some of them have been enhanced, so I haven't really looked into that much, so I will have to look into that. But let's go to the top of the page, because I want to talk about well, features. We spoke about it, so that's fine. Availability. You can buy this console in multiple retail stores, like these ones, like in Poland, RTV, Euro, AGD sells it, but you can see Amazon, Game, like number. You can actually check it yourself, right? Hardware, that's what I really want to talk about. So this console features a ROG chip 3128 SoC microprocessor with 256 megabytes of DDR3 RAM and 256 megabytes of eMMC fixed internal storage, wired CX40 joystick, and DB9 with DB9 connector. So DB9 connector is the original analog port. That's why you can use the you know, some of the older joysticks with this console too. Now I still need to well, that's the package content obviously. So the console, game system, joystick, cartridge with games, USB cable, USB-C power cable, and a lot of fun. Because these specs are quite interesting in a sense that, like, obviously this software, I mean this hardware is using software emulation, right? So they are running some emulators. I even seen some information on what type of emulators they are using. It's somewhere on the page, but it doesn't really matter for this video. And but you know, it's actually interesting because these games are very small. Like, I don't know how much space they take, but this system comes with 256 megabytes of RAM, and also it comes with 256 megabytes of internal storage. So I don't know what their plans are. You know, are they going to be selling maybe some sort like games online later or something? Like back in the days when I think this project started, I think there were some plans for something like ATARI store or something. So maybe we will be able to actually purchase some of these games online and then play them. I don't know. I haven't really seen any information on that, but I would not be surprised because. But the problem is here, I guess, is that this console, at least if you look at the actual this game, I don't think it comes with any form of port for internet. There's no information about wireless connections too, so I'm not really sure what's going on there, right? But it's actually interesting that this console does come with these specs and has internal storage. Could it be that they will be making some new games for this system too? On top of the backwards compatibility, maybe there will be some new games on cartridges in the future. That would be kind of cool. I would really love Atari to be back and making games and that kind of stuff. Not only from retro's perspective, but like, you know, some creative kind of, you know, smaller games and stuff. That would be kind of cool. But listen, this is me speculating because, like I said, the problem with this system right now, the only problem I see right now is that there's no wireless connectors, so no Wi-Fi, there's no Ethernet port there either, so I don't know how they would play it. But I guess what they are actually trying to do here now is just see if it actually works, if people will be interested, and I guess they could sell some new games later on the cartridges too, and maybe that's where the internal storage and all that extra specs will come handy, right? Or maybe just the emulator actually requires all that specs. Who knows? Anyway, it's not the most powerful chip, obviously, but you know, it's good enough for running games via emulators. I would really love to see Atari make some like modern games, even like more. Obviously, they would not be of the same quality when it comes to graphics and performance as PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X games, but still, you know, some smaller games for like reasonable price, why not? Like I would see a lot of people buying this. So anyway, guys, that's the video. That's Atari 2600 Plus, fully compatible, modernized, and it looks kind of cool. You know what? I may actually grab one. Not necessarily now, but maybe next year. We'll see how that goes. But if I learn that they will be providing more games, like making more games on cartridges in the future, I may be seriously interested in this console moving forward. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.